Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. You probably haven't noticed any break-in videos. I've sort of dragged a few out, but I did them in advance because I've been in and out of hospital for different appointments. Still not well at the minute, but slowly getting there. So now I'm starting to record a few more videos. I've sort of like got a bit of a backlog of videos I need to do. I don't need to put them on video sum, they're just smaller, like these here, which is the P. echoactus. They're in there somewhere. They're absolutely beautiful. I can't really see it at the minute, but they need to go up to their bigger enclosure. But today, what I'm going to do is I need to rehouse into these. So I've got a few that are going into these enclosures. If you've seen one of my last videos with the Vietnam silvers, I'm pairing them at the minute. I was unsure with what size they get to, but they only get about 12 centimeters fully grown, and mine are, my female's 10 centimeters, so she's probably got a couple molts and she's fully mature. But sub-adult, so pairing those go really well at the minute with those. She goes into threat if I go in the enclosure or anything like that, but she leaves the male in there and they sleep, or whatever they do, they just stay there together with their front legs scrunched up, touching each other, and then I find them in the morning like this. But what I've tried to do is give them a few days together and then give them a few days apart. And when I take him away, she goes back in her burrow, closes it off with leaves, and he's gone into his. So trying to keep doing that for a few days on and off, and then I just put some more moisture in the enclosure, take it out. Hopefully that's going to work out okay. I've also got the Chromatopelma simopubescens adult female I'm pairing with the adult male, and she's very calm and she is absolutely not destroying him because it is known for them as well. So I put him in for a night, take him out in the morning, and I've been doing that on and off for nearly 2 weeks now. And she's starting to put on some weight now, so I don't think they're pairing at the minute. So what I've done is I just spray one half of the enclosure, because I normally leave them arid with just very dry with just a water dish. But I've been spraying one half of the enclosure every day for nearly 2 weeks now. So I'm trying to just simulate the temperature and the season where it floods, and then she'll drop the sack just to make sure that the babies have enough moisture in the environment. So that's what I'm trying to do for those. And then I was looking at a few others that I've got. I'm pairing a yellow fringe at the minute. Yellow fringe tarantula. I'll put a picture on the screen there. I can't remember the name. I think it's Orthodontus species. Yellow fringe, Erotabalis. I've got an adult male and an adult female, so I've put them in those enclosures above the taller ones of these, because they're not really dwarf species, but they're not really big species. I think they get to 15 centimeters. So I'm pairing them at the minute, and that went successfully. Then going around my room, which I will show you in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do a room tour because I've just finished off behind you there, which you can't see, finished off some lights and shelves. So I've got a few more enclosures to go on the right hand side, and then I'm going to do a video, show you what I've got, where I've got it, so you can see how many I've got at the minute, and we'll go from there. But doing that, I've gone around and I'm getting loads of molts at the minute, which we do at this time of year, but getting a lot of females, which is a really good thing. So I've got female Tapenaceous rasti, which is really good, confirmed that. This one here, which is a Ceratogyrus Marshalli, the straight horned baboon. And then I've got the species Mindano. So I think it's a tree spider, the oriental tree spider or something like that. I'm not too sure where. They're from the Megalanus South Mindano tree spider. Got two of those, and it looks like a male and a female of those. So everything else is turning out to be female, which is an absolute bargain, is what you want. So I'm just going to put them, this one here, Ceratogyrus Marshalli, and show you that one into this big enclosure because she's a female, and this will be her forever home. Then she can stay in there, and then hopefully with the other one turning male, I could pair them up and then hopefully have a pair of these as well, which would be really good. So she's in here, which is a brilliant little tub, and you can see that webbed up to the top of the tub there in the circle, and then done chambers either side all the way around. So you don't really need to put any like anchor points or stuff in this one. You can do, but they just do that themselves and they change it all over themselves. So I'm just going to put it in there and just see what I can do. But decent size. So if I leave that there, let me just get some substrate in the new one. First off, bit of water in the bottom. I always like doing that. It's a fossorial That's plenty of substrate in there. I'm going to put a little bit more, but you just need to put a hole in it really, and it is just a bowl of dirt. But I find that a lot of my fossorials do actually come out. So apart from the Thane I've got at the back, haven't seen that in a while. I see it out by the entrance, but it never really comes out and explores at the minute. So I just want to try and make it look nice instead of just being a hole. So just see if the best way to do that, what I like to do, is try and create an entrance that looks pleasing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, excuse me, it uses it. So to see if we can find something, lovely big bit of cork bark, see if we can push that in. What we're trying to do is just create somewhere it's not going to fall down, but we can do an entrance. So let's cover that up. Let's see if this works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and they just go and dig somewhere completely different. But over weeks, maybe months, you find that they then pair them all up together. So what I've done is filled that right up, and that's 5-6 inches of substrate. But if you can see what I've done in there with the cork bark, and I've created an entrance. So it just gives it some form of protection when it's coming in and out. And what you'll find is, because of the cork barks raised at the top, they sit with their feet right there, which just gives them a bit of protection. But then it's also a key indicator that you know they're ready to be fed, and then you do it that way. So I kind of like that, but it still doesn't look great to the eye. I don't need to put any moss or anything in there, so I'm just going to put a bit of dry leaves. Just scrunch some of these up, just so it makes it look a little bit better. And then of course a small water dish, because these, like in that one there, I've not put a water dish at all, so I just every now and then I just missed one corner, but now I've got it in this larger one, I think I probably will put in a small water dish. It's not needed if you're constantly misting one side, because what I'll do in this is, that's the entrance, so I'll mist here for a week, then I'll leave it, and then I'll maybe mist this back bit for a week, then leave it, and then I'll maybe mist this bit here. So that way it sinks into the substrate, and all of the substrate still gets moist, which creates different cool or temperature layers. So in here at the minute, it's quite hot outside. I think it's 25 degrees, something like that. So in here it's the same. So that's absolutely brilliant, but it's going to get hotter as the day goes on, because it's about 20 past 12 in a minute, so it's going to get more hotter. So that's all I do. And then just put a water dish right there. Just fill that up. And that's really all you need. I think that looks good. Don't need to do any anchor points, because I've not seen them use anything like that in there at all. And they just build this up and then just put loads of little tunnels. So I think without further ado, we will get in and see if she will use this. Let's have a look. I'll try and get her out now. Let's see if I can destroy some of this. I mean, you can see what she's done in there with the 2 chambers, and then this central piece that they web around, and that creates the little tunnels that she has. Sometimes she webs over here, and she seems to do that when she's getting ready to molt, so she blocks everything off and webs over. But not really giving me any major threats or anything, not very defensive, although these can be, but if you leave them alone, that you can see where she's done the tunnels coming up either side, but if you leave them alone, they're quite chilled, very food orientated. So she's still webbed off one side of her hole there because she molted just over a week ago now, so she's still not ready to feed yet, but let's see if she's feisty at all. See if I can just encourage her out. Let's remove some of this. You can see I put sticks and twigs in there as anchor points. Oh, don't get it wrong there, Gav. Did put a water dish in, but they web over as she buried it straight away. So you can see I'm straight in here and it's not flying up, being defensive. Let's get rid of all that. I'll put leaf litter in. Right, she's going to come out exploding in a minute. We'll just get her out and then I'll let you have a look. Come on, sweetie. There we go. So there we have it. Straight horned baboon, and I think, was it 3 inches? Was the size of the molts. It's probably just over, but that is definitely a confirmed female. And I think the horn, it's a straight horn on this one, it's just starting to show. I'm not sure if you can see it. Gorgeous colours. I'll try and give you a close-up if she doesn't just run on in. I'm not sure if you can pick that up there, but it is very, very good looking. No defense behavior yet. She's just trying to grip. Oh, she's doing to the stick. Come on, go down. She's trying to go up. Sit to the floor. Like, she's still not biting. She's trying to hold on to it. Just stay on the floor. No. Unusual behavior. Trying to climb up. Oh, you can see the horn now. I don't know if you can. Let me bring the camera in. There you go. You can slightly see the horn going backwards. But beautiful colour. See if I can get this to come out like that. See if I can get it to come out. Come on. Look at that. Look, no defensive behaviour at all. Come on. It's just trying to run away from me. Come on. See? Nothing. Love the eye pattern on this one. I just hope it stays out in the open for a little bit. Look at that. It's super stubborn. Come on. Look at that, I am messing with it completely and it's not striking or nothing. Come on, down you come. I almost want to put my hand in just to scoop it out. Come on. Now you could do what everyone else tends to do and just leave it like that and just wait for it to come out on its own, but I want to have a look at it. Something a little bigger. Let's just try the straw technique. Twist it round. Almost had it. There we go, there we go. There we go. Not once did we see a threat. You can see the horn there. The straight horn baboon. Still slightly goes backwards. But really, really beautiful. And I'm so glad I've got a female of these because as they get older, they get even more prettier with their coloration. I'll put an adult picture on the screen there so you can see. I think they're absolutely beautiful. So for the past few years when I did get tarantulas, I'd stay away from this sort of spider just because it was just brown and plain. But then when you look at it, the detail and the behaviour of them is absolutely amazing. And then that mask as well. Look at that face. And as you can see, she's been very, very chilled and letting me get extremely close. And you can see that horn. Absolutely stunning. Let's see if we can just encourage this one to go into the hide. That's still no threat. Look how black the legs are, look. Don't you go. How unusual is that? There we go, on its side, so that should go down in when it's ready. And then it's got a nice big hole to dig under that piece of cork bark that I'd done. and then that's what it looks like. So it should web up the front of that entrance as well and just sit there and be ready to be fed right from here, and that would be absolutely amazing. But you can see the mask, like the Zorro mask on the eyes and then the gold in the abdomen, but it's definitely becoming more and more colourful. When they're younger, they're a bit more of a tan colour, but yeah, let's see if she would chill and go down in it. But as you can see, completely reacts, no threat, no defensive behaviour at all, just absolutely super chilled. So very, very happy with that. So definitely a species you should have. So there we have it, a nice easy rehouse. And I love these tubs, easy to feed with that little feeding latch as well, and then you've got a big viewing window which all lifts up. Love these, you get them from the Spider Shop. If you want to help out my channel as well, get it from that link below. Costs you nothing, but it just helps out support the channel. And yeah, so I've got a few more of these to do, different rehouses, but yeah, hopefully you get a nice calm one like I have if any of you have got them out there. I know they can be feistier, but there we go, that was nice and easy. Put the lid on. Job done. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.